This video introduces another conic section called the hyperbola. A hyperbola is a set of all points in a plane, the difference of whose distances from two fixed points is constant. These two fixed points are called the foci of the hyperbola. To try to give you a visual of a hyperbola in real life, like a cooling tower at a nuclear power plant is hyperbolic in shape. The line through the foci intersects the hyperbola at 2 points. These points are called the vertices of the hyperbola. The line segment that joins the vertices is the transverse axis. The midpoint of the transverse axis is the center of the hyperbola. Notice that the center lies midway between the vertices as well as midway between the foci. So here we have our standard form of the equation of a hyperbola. It looks extremely similar to standard form for an ellipse, but there's two big differences. So first off, it's a minus in between the two terms instead of a plus, right? Ellipse is a plus. The second thing is the variable that comes first, x versus y, changes depending on whether you have a hyperbola opening in the horizontal direction or a hyperbola opening in the vertical direction. Your a squared is always under the positive squared term, or it's always the first term. So that's how you know which direction it's opening. If x is first, it opens in the x direction horizontally. If y is first in your equation, it's going to open in the y direction or vertically. The center of the hyperbola is HK. Again, you got to be careful here though. H is always paired with X and K is always paired with Y. So it's super easy if you have a vertical hyperbola and the Y is first to switch the coordinates of your center. So be super conscious about that. The H is always with X, the K is always with Y. The vertices are A units from the center. The foci are C units away from the center, but this time C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So it's the opposite. I mentioned that in my ellipse video. If you have a minus in your equation, you're going to have a plus in your C squared formula. In our next video, we will graph these hyperbolas.